know how tall you are or if you're fine, not the people you've met, not your friends. Nothing just mattered in the dream. Just get to the submarine. Submarine was close by. I saw Jesus like he was right there with everybody, putting them in the submarine. The first batch left. I know about these things, I'm aware, but I'm still like ignorant about it. I told my friend, look, you need to give your life to Christ. And then this morning, I went to bed by 6 after waking up by 5. I had like a vision or some kind of... My friend invited me to a party. I didn't have to go to that party. It was a Wizkid's party. And a Wizkid was used so many times in this dream because number one, Wizkid is one of my favorite artists. Number two, I love music. I didn't have to go for this party, but I went. I met a lot of people. I was just excited about the party, excited about something that don't even matter. So excited about the wrong thing. Then I was sitting around Wizkid. I was very close to Wizkid. I was freaking out. I was so excited. I kept touching his hands. Oh, Wizkid, hey Wizkid, if you just touch my hand. Wizkid, I can't believe this. Is this you? I was literally worshipping Wizkid in some kind of way in that dream. Wizkid, hey, touch my hand. Hey, I cannot believe that I was singing at his back. Wizkid performed the first song, performed the second song. And I was still there with my friend, laughing and just being stupid. And then the program was interrupted. One preacher wanted to talk about... I didn't even give him a chance to talk about what he wanted to talk about. I made a joke about him. I was like, this man actually stopped this show. Wizkid's show. He paid to stop Wizkid's show so that he could say what he wanted to say, and everybody started laughing. Nobody didn't even say anything. It was me that started the joke and everybody started laughing. And then in another scene, we're in this kind of place that was made of water. Like we're basically living underwater. And then I met these girls. I don't know. There were only 2 girls in that place. Okay, first of all, I went to this street, yeah, and then they were my friends there. I don't recognize them in real life. I don't think I've met those people in real life, but they were my friends because when I came through, they were excited, yeah. And then the game they were doing was a boy kissing a boy. That was the game they were doing. Deep down in me, I know that this is wrong. I am aware that this is wrong, but I still called them my friends. I was still there with them, like just basically not saying anything. I was ignorant. I had the chance to say, guys, this is not just right, and everybody was laughing about it. It was in a very immoral age. This is just like my generation right now. And then the next scene was the water scenario where everywhere was made of water. And then I met these 2 girls. We're actually using sticks. We're using sticks to ride through the water. I can't even describe sticks, like dead sticks to ride through the water. Maybe I feel like that's just describing like how stupid humanity is, like how stupid God sees us. We're using sticks to ride through the water. And then yeah, around the water there's this big rock, and by the side of the rock there's this large snake head that was sleeping. We saw the snake. Everybody saw the snake. Everybody was just ignorant about the snake. Then I completely forgot about what started the whole dream. The whole dream was about getting into the submarine. We met Jesus. Nobody took it seriously. Nobody took Jesus seriously. Just a very few people took him seriously. Even I was there. And then when they said the first submarine had already loaded and gotten to the top of the water, I was there and I left. I was thinking maybe they'll call me back. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe like, oh, that means second submarine is about to load. But all I needed to do was stand right there with Jesus. It's like I didn't even respect him. I was just doing my own thing with my friends that just don't matter. They don't matter. Nobody mattered in the dream. Nothing. Not your hair, not your clothes. It just didn't even matter. Everything was modernized, but still, it was modernized for Jesus, but for us, it was like outdated. We're using sticks to float. I still just don't understand clearly, but I get the message. And then I was just constantly around the place where that snakehead was. I entered like a class here. There was like a class here with plenty of people. I entered the class. I kept joking. Came outside. I kept joking, laughing with the girls that were outside there. And then I saw one of them go close around the snake. And then at one point, I saw the snake open the eyes and then open the mouth like he was yawning. And then I was like, I went back like I was joking. I was like, yo, I hope that thing doesn't get to me. I don't know what was funny about a snake. I was making just like I was trying to joke like, oh, I hope that snake doesn't like bite me. I hope that was happening. At that instant of going back, all these times with my chance to run back to the submarine, I still didn't remember. And then when the snake opened the mouth wide, and then so wide, I still was there. Why didn't I run? And then I thought it was a small snake because the head is so small. The head is big but so small to the body. When I finally saw the body, the head didn't match. And then the thing started to wake up, and then it was large. The entire tail was coming out of the rock, and then the water started to tumble. The water was shaking, and then I was lost in the water. I couldn't get a hold of myself. I didn't see anybody. There was no crowd. It was just me. All the people I met had gone. It was just me. I kept hearing this voice, get to the submarine, get to the submarine. That was when I started to try to get to the submarine. The thing is that throughout, while the water was roaring, while the water was loud and angry, I could not feel anything inside of me. The water could not kill me. The water could not affect me. I just couldn't balance myself. But the water had no power over me. The water could not touch me. Like the water, water is on me, yeah, but there's no effect of it. My hair could still be dry, but I could feel like the impacts of the water. But it couldn't kill me. It couldn't affect my breathing. I kept hearing, get to the submarine, get to the submarine in a large voice. I was given a chance. Get to the submarine, get to the submarine. I got to the submarine. I was busy trying to open the submarine. It was like how modern submarines are. So described properly, white submarines. I kept trying to turn the submarine. I couldn't turn the submarine. And in a flash, I don't know what happened. In a flash, everything was back to normal. There was no water, there was no snake, but the snake voice was still. The snake started to talk. The snake started to talk in a loud, bassy voice. It was telling us that we're going to be in great tribulations now that we're with him. We're stuck with him. I didn't get the clear message because I didn't even want to listen. I don't know. I live in this house currently, but in the dream, when everything flashed, I was back to the house I used to live in when we were poor, and when we were so poor, I was back to that house. Then I couldn't find my family. I couldn't find anybody. I touched the bed. I could feel myself touching the bed. That was the realest dream I've ever had in my life. I've never dreamt about something like this. Even if I dream about things, they are not this real. I could feel whiskey touch me. I didn't see Jesus' face. That was. I didn't see his face, but I knew. I saw his face in the dream. I can't remember it right now. I can't remember the face. I maybe saw the face, but I don't know. But I was certain they didn't say it was Jesus, but I knew it was Jesus. Nobody paid attention to him, nobody respected him, only a few people. And that small submarine had to load only twice. Even the second time, that small submarine had to load only twice. They were so small, smaller than the people I met in that party. In the party, they were so large. And then our phones went blank. Our phones were black. It didn't even matter WhatsApp, it didn't matter Instagram, it didn't matter Facebook, it didn't matter nothing. Everything the beast was saying, the snake was saying, was appearing on the screen. Everything the beast was saying was appearing on the screen. That was everything we could see on our phone. Nothing could save me. I was terrified. Everywhere was dark. It was constantly dark, like a dark generation. I knew I was down to suffer now. And then I woke up from my dream in pain. I started to cry. I get the message. I understand what is going on, that I am so ignorant. We are so ignorant. That is why we will not make it. Jesus Christ was so merciful. He didn't judge you by anything. He didn't care that, oh, your hair is too long. He didn't care about you wearing skirts. He didn't just care. He would give you, I think they wore white robes. He would give you white robes while you're entering the submarine. He just kept making sure that we got into the submarine, but he didn't force anybody. He didn't set some kind of reminder. He didn't force you. But when you came to him, he would accept you and say, wait for the next. He didn't even say wait for the next badge. He just said, next badge has gone. And this is eye-opening for me. And I'm not in the place to preach to anybody about what to do. But if this dream does not inspire you and show you that I'm not doing this for views, I'm not doing this for anything. If this dream doesn't open your mind and make you see that this is the time is near. Because I kept thinking in the dream that we still have time. I went to the party, I went to class, I met those girls. I kept thinking, this time, he'll call me. He wasn't going to call you. But even at that, he's still giving us a second chance. Get to the submarine. This is me telling us right now, get to the submarine. I woke up this morning, I deleted all my music. I don't have any music on my phone. I archived all my chats. I deleted my Instagram. All these things, we don't even know it, but they are distracting us. They are taking us far from God. I'm about to load my entire playlist with God songs. If they are not gospel songs, they just have to be neutral. In one way or the other, we're worshiping those things. I did my entire pictures because our phone went blank at the end of the day. It just went blank. So where was everything? What's the whole point in the first place? God gave me a chance. I was good. I was ready. I was valid to go. But I couldn't get to the submarine. I'm still unclear about the message. How to get to the submarine. It's in all you're doing. I feel like it's in all you're doing. You just have to reflect God. Be close to Him. Keep Him close to your heart. Keep His coming close to your heart. Be close to the submarine. You can be the best person in the world, give to everybody, but you are far from the submarine. And that submarine, I tell you people, that submarine is the rapture. That's what's going to save us from all this tribulation. But the tribulation is great. The snake that I saw, I've never seen in my life. It was larger than the entire ocean. When it started to stand up. I don't know where the entire body was hiding. If it was behind that rock, I don't know how the entire body was hiding behind that rock. But when the snake stood, it was scary. It was large. No man can defeat that snake. No man. Obviously, I had that 1 second chance to get in. It was too late for me.